Welcome to the Deep Dive. We've got some really interesting sources today looking at two big ideas that maybe don't seem connected at first glance.
That's right. We've got this concept for generating creative ideas, income streams.
Right, like an opportunity engine.
Exactly. And then on the other side, a model for getting people involved, incentivizing them, specifically using staking.
So today we're really digging into what happens when you try to, fuse these together. The sources talk about something called Synergy OS.
It's this proposed ecosystem that basically integrates the opportunity flow idea generator with the incentive structure from inspired by the WNT staking model.
And the goal seems to be creating a whole new way to, generate and act on opportunities.
Yeah, they're framing it as a pretty big deal, like an economic evolution almost, exploring where, good ideas meet real economic motivation.
The potential they're hinting at is pretty huge. Things like viral impact, passive income, maybe even positive global change.
That's the vision. Seeing how pairing ideas with these strong incentives could unlock new paths. It's definitely more than just information. It's about connecting ideas to motivation.
Okay, so let's break it down. We need to understand the two pillars here first. Pillar one, opportunity flow. What is this thing, according to the sources?
Okay, opportunity flow. Think of it as the idea catalyst. It's presented as a system really designed to empower people by generating very tailored ideas.
Tailored how? Not just random stuff.
No, definitely not random. It's supposed to generate specific concepts for, say, viral content and passive income streams. And it's meant to be personalized.
Personalized based on what?
Well, based on your inputs, like what kind of content are you into? Who's your audience? And interestingly, what kind of social impact do you want to have?
Social impact. Didn't they specify?
They did, yeah. They mentioned categories like educational, environmental, health and wellness, financial literacy. Plus, it factors in your interests, your skills, even how much capital you have if you're looking at income opportunities.
Ah, okay. So it really tries to match the idea to you and your situation, aiming for something concrete you could actually, do. Maybe make some money or make a difference.
Exactly. The stated goals are pretty lofty.
Yeah.
Helping humanity, encouraging more family time. So the ideas are meant to be focused on real outcomes, monetization potential, ROI estimates, time needed.
Right.
And that passive income part seems key. It really tries to find things that fit your financial situation and what you're aiming for.
Got it. So opportunity flow is this smart, personalized idea engine. Now, pillar two, the WNT staking principles. The incentive engine.
Right. So the WNT network, as described in the sources, uses staking as its kind of fundamental mechanism. It's how people participate, how the network grows. It gets users invested, literally.
How does staking actually translate into function within that network? What does it let you do?
The basic idea is pretty simple. You stake WNT tokens, and that gives you the ability to mine more tokens and operate devices on the network.
Devices like what?
Well, the context often mentioned is things like Wecrypt Wi-Fi hotspots. So staking unlocks that capability.
Okay, so staking equals capacity or function. Is it just one level of staking?
No, and that's important. The sources detail a tiered structure. It scales quite a bit. They talk about a minimum stake, maybe around $150 equivalent for one device.
Okay.
Though there's even a lower tier, like $10 for just minimal mining, but then it apparently goes way up like $10,000 stake to run 100 devices or more.
Wow, okay. So your commitment level directly maps to your operational scale and presumably your potential rewards.
Precisely. And this ties into something they call the staking score. This isn't just about how much you stake today.
Ah, interesting. What influences the score?
It seems to factor in duration, consistency. It's weighted heavily in reward distribution, so it strongly encourages people to stick around, participate meaningfully long-term, not just, stake quickly and leave.
Right. It rewards sustained contribution to the network.
Exactly. Building network health.
Okay, so we have opportunity flow generating tailored, potentially impactful ideas, and we have WNT staking providing this model for incentivizing commitment and growth with tiers and this dynamic score.
Right.
Now, the interesting part, Synergy OS, bringing them together.
Yeah, this is the core proposal. Synergy OS isn't just opportunity flow plus staking. It's pitched as this integrated ecosystem. The idea is that the staking mechanics, inspired by WNT, actually amplify and direct the creative potential of opportunity flow.
How so? Like creating a feedback loop?
Kind of, yeah. Leveraging those staking incentives to fundamentally change how ideas are generated, sure, but also how they're found, prioritized, and critically acted upon.
Let's get specific then. How exactly does staking incentivize or amplify things within Synergy OS according to these integration concepts?
Okay, one clear application mirrors WNT's tiered access. They call it tiered access and amplified idea generation.
Meaning,
Meaning, just like staking more WNT might let you run more hotspots, staking tokens within Synergy OS could unlock premium features in Opportunity Flow itself.
like what kind of features? Better ideas.
Potentially, yeah. The sources suggest things like access to advanced analytics, maybe exclusive idea categories, perhaps higher risk, higher reward ones, or even special tools like automation tools, or just higher limits on generating or saving ideas.
So your level of investment in the Synergy OS ecosystem directly affects the quality or scale of opportunities you see.
That's the idea. It ties your commitment directly to the value you can get out of the platform.
Okay, that's a pretty direct translation of the WNT model. What's another integration concept?
Well, there's this really neat idea called opportunity mining with dynamic staking scores.
Opportunity mining, like mining for ideas.
Exactly. Instead of staking to run hardware, you'd stake tokens specifically to unlock or mine a personalized stream of opportunities from Opportunity Flow.
Huh, I like that metaphor. How does the staking score fit in there?
Crucially, similar to WNT rewards, your score wouldn't just depend on the amount staked. It could also factor in how long you've staked and maybe even get the success or impact of previous ideas you actually pursued from the platform.
Wait, really? So doing well with an idea could actually improve the next ideas you get.
That's the concept. It creates this really powerful incentive loop because don't just get ideas, act on them, and the system might reward you with even better opportunities. It encourages execution.
That definitely encourages action. Okay, what about actually doing something with the ideas? Does staking help there too?
Yes, another angle is staking on content projects for virality and funding. The idea here is that you, the user, could stake tokens directly on your own idea or project after generating it via Opportunity Flow.
Okay, staking on your own thing. What does that achieve?
The sources suggest it acts as a strong signal of your commitment, your belief in the idea,
Right.
and the platform could use that signal. Maybe it boosts the visibility of your project within the Synergy OS world, or perhaps it could even help pool funds for micro-investments.
Micro-investments, like seed funding.
Kind of, yeah, especially for ideas needing relatively low startup capital. They mention those ranges like $0, $500, or $501, $5,000, where this staking mechanism could potentially help bridge the funding gap.
So staking becomes a tool not just for getting ideas, but for getting your own ideas seen, maybe even getting some initial backing. That tackles a big hurdle.
It definitely could, leveraging staking to overcome those early stage challenges.
And since this is inspired by WNT, does Synergy OS potentially generate ideas linked specifically to the Wicrypt network?
Oh yeah, they explicitly mentioned that. That's a key synergy. Opportunity Flow could generate business concepts that are built around using the Wicrypt network.
Do they give an example?
They do something like launch a community Wi-Fi hub using 10 Wicrypt devices, and it even estimates the staking requirement on WNT, like $1,050.
Huh. So it could give you the business idea and the associated WNT staking cost needed to actually run it.
Exactly. And importantly, these ideas could also highlight the potential WNT mining rewards you might get, factoring that into the passive income projection. It connects the dots directly between the idea platform and the WNT ecosystem's earning potential.
That feels very practical. What about Opportunity Flow's mission, the whole help humanity aspect? How do the incentives tie into that?
Good question. They propose social impact staking multipliers.
Meaning bonuses for doing good.
Essentially, yes. The idea is that your staking rewards within Synergy OS could get a boost, a multiplier, if the idea or project you're staking on clearly aligns with those social impact categories: education, environment, health, financial literacy.
So the system itself is designed to financially nudge you towards pursuing beneficial ideas.
That's the concept. It's trying to operationalize that mission by using financial incentives, drawing inspiration from WNT's reward system to encourage ventures that have a positive impact. It's a way to align effort with social good.
Interesting. Okay, one more piece. What about quality control? Is the community involved in validating ideas?
Yes, the sources bring up decentralized curation and validation. Staking could be used to power a community-driven system for sorting through and highlighting the best ideas.
How would that work? Stake to vote?
Kind of. You could stake to submit your own ideas, sure, but also stake tokens to vote for or endorse ideas from others. And if you're good at spotting winners, meaning ideas you staked on become successful, You could earn rewards as a curator.
Rewarding good curation.
Exactly. And again, that dynamic staking score could play a role, maybe giving more weight to votes from users who have a proven track record of picking successful ideas.
Okay, so it really aims to be a whole ecosystem
Hmm.
driven by the community and these staking incentives. What do the sources say are the main advantages of this whole Synergy OS setup?
They list several potential benefits. One big one is creating a hyper-personalized opportunity flow, really getting beyond generic advice to opportunities that fit you.
And crucially, encouraging action, not just ideas.
Right. Incentivized action and execution, using staking to push people from passively consuming ideas to actively creating and building.
What else? Accessibility.
They talk about democratized access, suggesting it could level the playing field, giving more people access to valuable insights and opportunities. Also, community-powered growth, using the network effect.
And tying back to the social side.
Measurable impact amplified, because you can link your efforts on impactful projects directly to potential rewards within the system.
And what's the overall result they envision?
They see it becoming a self-sustaining value engine. Success breeds more success. Returns from good ideas can be reinvested, maybe restaked, unlocking more opportunities, creating this positive cycle.
That's quite a list of potential upsides. What's the grand vision here? The really big picture?
It's definitely ambitious. They don't just see Synergy OS as a platform, they talk about it as potentially being a foundational layer for a whole new type of global economy. They call it an opportunity economy.
An opportunity economy. What would that even look like?
Well, the picture they paint involves potentially millions of people achieving, time freedom, financial sovereignty. They see groundbreaking solutions to global problems being ideated and scaled much faster through this system.
Wow.
Yeah, and they talk about new kinds of decentralized organizations emerging, tokenized economies based on transparency and merit.
So it's broader than just individual success.
Much broader. They emphasize it's not just about individuals building wealth in a vacuum, it's about creating a structure where people are empowered and incentivized to use their talents to tackle collective challenges, to build legacies. They even talk about charting a trillion-dollar frontier.
Okay, quite a vision. Let's wrap this up then. We started with Opportunity Flow, this personalized idea generator focused on impact, income, family time. Then we looked at WNT staking, using commitment, tiers, and scores to incentivize network participation.
And Synergy OS is the proposed fusion, taking those WNT-style staking mechanics and embedding them right into the process of generating, funding, curating, and executing ideas from Opportunity Flow. It aims to create this dynamic ecosystem using things like tiered access, opportunity mining, staking on projects, social impact multipliers.
Right, connecting insight directly with incentive. The goal seems twofold: empowering individuals with tools for things like passive income, viral content, maybe more personal freedom, and aiming for collective benefit by incentivizing solutions to bigger problems, building this opportunity economy.
It's really about making sure knowledge and action are rewarded in a structured, potentially powerful way.
So here's a final thought, based on everything we've discussed from these sources. If combining smart idea generation with these strong staking incentives could unlock this level of opportunity and problem solving, what other areas are out there? Think about fields that struggle with getting people engaged or motivated, or where resources are hard to allocate. Could similar synergistic models, ones that align incentives with desired outcomes, completely change how we approach collaboration, value creation, or even tackling huge global challenges in a more decentralized future? Something to think about.